Aside from having to talk to, elite media people, good day for you so far, David?
Oh, man. It's always a good day when you're above ground. So
you're sounding like Gene Simmons right there. So how did the Avion partnership happen? I would assume, hey, top street artists, they know who David Flores is, but
right.
Tell me.
Well, the Avion collaboration activation. You see the bottle right now?
Yeah.
Well, I think they just reached out to us via email, said, "Hey, would you like to, get down with this? Let us know your thoughts." We just go back and forth on meetings, and then, once we agree, feels like a good fit for me, feels like a good fit for them, then we kind of just move forward with art and go from there.
Were you always a tequila guy, or is this a later in life thing? I ask that because most people I know just thought that tequila was just like a quick shot kind of thing, and they didn't realize it was a sipping thing until a couple of years ago. What about yourself?
Yeah. A little bit of the same. When I was younger, I was, into drinking tequila, whatever we can get our hands on back then. I guess it was the, what's the little tequila that comes with a little worm?
Yeah, yeah,
Cuervo. We're all into that type of thing. And, slowly but surely as you age and mature, you kind of just, want a little bit different, you develop different tastes. And now, like, sipping tequila, especially this tequila, this Reserve 44, sipping it on the rocks or on that big giant rock, but it's just so good. It's so smooth, and it's just, it's a nicer way to kind of just enjoy the drink versus, getting hammered and not really tasting it, just kind of going for the fuel. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean there.
Yeah, like it's more about, you still get there, definitely, but it's just a different road.
You feel better about the process of getting there. I get it. And kudos goes to you in that when you do an integrated project like this, it doesn't feel icky. It's still cool. It's still got you in there. Is it harder to do a collaboration like this because there's parameters, or at this point in time is creation for you?
I think if you're talking about like public perception of the collab, like, oh, is he selling out, that type of thing, or you know what I mean, or is it just now? I think just anything goes nowadays. I think companies are coming around and kind of respecting the artist's wishes, and they're coming with it. They're making it happen. Whereas I think back in the day it was, if you did something for a drink company or anything else, it was kind of looked, oh, they don't pay a lot. They don't, you know what I mean? You're just kind of doing it for the money. You know what I mean? Whereas it's not really like that anymore. I think it's just kind of anything goes. And as far as the market is concerned, they want artists to be involved. They want, limited product. They want, they want their name on the shelf. It's going to be, it's a bright future, basically, because this is just the beginning. Like, this is literally the beginning that I've seen of these type of collaborations coming to fruition. You know what I mean? And it's been, we've been doing, Hennessy did like Cause Futura. Well, that's about 5-10 years ago, but just slowly but surely, we're just, chipping away at it, making it happen, making it more available. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, focusing on you and your success for a second here, they call you a street artist. And if you didn't know anything, you'd go, oh, that's kind of pigeonholing the guy years ago. And nowadays, you hear street artists and go, that is the coolest kind of art there is. That's a guy that's in touch with what's going on in the world with trends and originality and just going with your gut. When did you notice that it was cool to be a street artist and to do quote unquote street art?
When did I notice? I guess it's just an evolution of my work in general, and coming from, my history is always, the art I did has always been considered cool because I did skateboard graphics before I ever did anything else, even before I did paintings, even before I did, these sculptures that we do now, all this other stuff, all these collaborations. I came from the skateboard industry, so I was always considered myself to be, this is cool, this is fun. this is it, you know what I mean? But it was about 2011 when I realized, when we started doing the big murals around 2010, 11, when people were just kind of like gathering around going, wow, this is really cool. This is like the next thing. And I just felt it. I just feel like, yeah, this is going to be the thing right here. You know what I mean? I felt that way about vinyl toys in 2000 when, Medicom had dropped the Bear Bricks and all the Disney stuff they were doing, and a bunch of other artists were coming out with toys. And I just looked at it and I was like, oh, this is not going away anytime soon. This is here, And then sure enough, Kid Robot launches, they launch all their stuff, and then one after the other, toy after toy after toy, company after company after company. Now we've got, Mind Styles, Medicom still in the game, all kinds of toy companies. So it's going to be the same way with murals. It's going to be the same with street art. It's just going to keep growing, keep expanding, and just, more industries, more collaborations, more things are going to happen for sure.
This I legitimately don't know. When I was 2-3 years ago in Long Beach, California, I saw this art festival called Powwow. Was that something that you'd ever been part of?
Yeah, I was invited to Powwow, Hawaii in, I think it was 2015 or 16. I did a big mural out there for them in Honolulu. It was fun.
Wow. Okay. So if I can read between the lines here, it sounds like at this point in time, you're getting to turn stuff down. You're only working with the people that you want to work with, and Avion is one of them.
Oh, 24/7. We get so many emails from all kinds of different, companies, and they usually either don't have the budget or don't have like the creative team behind it, or they don't have the ideas, or maybe they depend on me too much to kind of like come up with something. Those are the type of things that usually fall through. But when, a company like Avion comes through, they have their ideas, they know what they want, and it's a good fit, then, we make it happen.
So my last two questions for you. First, what's next beyond this collaboration? Are you allowed to say, or is it embargoed, secret, wait until it's out kind of stuff?
Are you talking about this collaboration, like what's next with it, or what's next with me in general in my career?
I'm saying both, because I can tell you're not a guy that just sits still and lets one project at a time. You probably have 14 things on your document right now that you're at different phases with.
Yeah, I mean, we're releasing all kinds of different stuff right now. We got these aluminum flowers dropping. These are awesome. That's the same thing right there. But these are aluminum, they're signed and numbered. So these are coming out soon. We got different collaborations with different manufacturers, some furniture coming out. I got some bike frames coming out with a S&M bike company, just different stuff. I might be working with Porsche real soon on a release, maybe doing some sort of one-off vehicle where, I don't know if you saw Daniel Arsham, he did the Porsche that he did his style, his broken crystal, I forget what he calls them, but he did Porsche in collaboration. They're reaching, they're trying to get artists involved, and we got different stuff in the pipe for sure. It's about, I'm gonna say, probably about 10 different things going on right now, like today, that I have to look at,
Good
and probably about 10 others that we're just not gonna, or just wait on. I'm kind of, because people send an email, and if you don't respond, they'll send another one. So it just all depends, where we're at, like timing. Everything is timing as well, like their schedules. Flying out to Miami, flying out to Tokyo to do another mural. Just everything kind of depends on where it lands on the schedule too.
Wow. And then my last question has nothing to do with any of that. It's, do you have a TV show that you could recommend if somebody needs a new show to start? Because if you're flying all those places, you got to keep yourself occupied on that plane and entertained. So what are you watching?
TV?
Yeah. TV, streaming, anything like that.
Man, Dukes of Hazzard, go back to the 80s, watch some A-Team, watch all the 80s stuff, man. Planet of the Apes cartoon series from the 60s is pretty amazing. But as far as new stuff's concerned, I watched, I didn't really watch much of anything except for the man, I don't remember, what's the name of this show that just came out with it's like they're like, people have to do these challenges or they get killed.
Squid Games.
Squid Games.
Do you like Squid Games?
Dude, I got sucked into that. I go, I can't watch this. I can't watch the movie. It's too graphic. Like, I had to turn it off. But it was like, you know, that's one of them I definitely like got into real quick for sure. I was like, whoa! I just instantly sucked in.
When you mentioned Dukes of Hazzard and some great vintage shows, do you get into it where you also watch the commercials that originally aired with it?
Yes, I love them. I love the 80s and 70s commercials, man. There's just that one guy, that one voice that's always on there.
The Motor Machine guy.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
I love those old commercials and how they just kind of like, they fed you what you wanted. There was no guessing. It was like, here it is. This is for you. Buy it now. It's just like, it was great. I love those old commercials.
Exactly. Well, I look forward to whatever is coming next from you. Some exciting stuff on your end as always. So thank you so much for your time, David.
You're welcome.
Paltrocast.